Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Asmaa Salama. Today we're going to have our final revision on our curriculum for New Hello. Our revision for today is going to include the questions you're going to have in your exam. As a start, the first question we're going to have in our exam is the listening. The listening question this year is different from the previous years. The primary stage. This year's listening questions include 4 sentences and the questions that requires to choose from multiple answers. You're going to have a reading text, but before you start answering this question, there are some steps you must follow. The first step is to read these questions and these sentences very well, and the answers as well. So you can't start just wait for someone to read the text and answer the questions. You might lose some of the words or couldn't be able to pay attention carefully. So you first need to read the questions and the answers, then start listening to the text and answer the questions. If you have a word that you can't understand very well, underline it. That will help you to pay more attention and concentrate even more. So, our example for today, we have some questions, so let's read them together. Listen and choose the correct answer from A, B, or C. The first question, how old is Ali? How old is Ali? 13, 3, 30, 70. Our second question is, what is his mother's job? What is his mother's job? A teacher, a nurse, an engineer, a housewife. Number 3, how many brothers does Ali have? How many brothers does Ali have? 1, 2, 3, 5. Number 4, what is his grandmother called? What is his grandmother called? Huda, Hani, Nada, Lima. Now after reading the questions and the answers, now it's time to listen to the reading text. Our listening text for today. Hello, my name is Ali. I'm a student in first prep. I'm 13 years old. I'm 13 years old. My father is a doctor. My mother is a nurse. I have 3 brothers. I have 3 brothers. They are all younger than me. I love my grandmother very much. Her name is Nada. Now, let's go back to the questions and try to answer it according to the listening text. Our first question, how old is Ali? We said in our text, when you listen to it, that, hello, my name is Ali, I am in first prep, I'm 13 years old. So which one is the correct answer as you listened? Is it 13, 3, 30, or 70? Our correct answer is 13. Now for the second question, what is his mother's job? He's asking about his mother's job. وظيفة مامته. He said that my father is a doctor, my mother is a nurse. So let's go back to the question. What is his mother's job? A teacher, a nurse, an engineer, a housewife. And our correct answer is a nurse. A nurse. How many brothers does Ali have? How many brothers does Ali have? In our text that you just listened to, I have 3 brothers. So let's هنا بيقول 1, 2, 3, 5. Our correct answer is 3. What is his grandmother called? He want to know the name of his grandmother. He said that I love my grandmother a lot. Her name is, the correct answer is Huda. That is the first question for our listening. Then we have our second question. Our second question is the dialogue. The dialogue this year is different. This year we are given a dialogue. In this dialogue there are 5 missing words. These 5 missing words need to be guessed based on the entire dialogue. Before answering the dialogue, we have to follow some steps. First, before anything, you must read it whole. Read it whole for at least once or twice. You can't just answer at instant. Just read it and start writing answers. You might get it wrong. So first, you must read it very well for once or twice. مرة أو مرتين. Then after you're done, start marking the questions. Like here, what did you... Just wait. We're gonna read it together first for once or twice as we agreed. Then we're gonna answer it together. So let's start. Here is the dialogue between Samah and Hani. Samah started and asked Hani a question. Where did you go yesterday? Where did you go yesterday? Hani answered, I went to the space. Here there is a missing answer. He want to know the place where he go. Samah asked another question and said, fine. Did you enjoy your day? Did you enjoy your day? Hani answered, no, and here I want another answer. Then Samah, oh dear. Then he asked a question. Samah answered, first we went to see the monkeys, but they were very tired. Then he said, space a Betty. After that, we bought ice cream and went to see the elephant. Then Samah asked him, or expressed that he is very amazed and said, how interesting. Hani, no, something bad happened. Samah, oh, and asked the questions. The space happened. Hani said, the elephant ate my ice cream. Again, where did you go yesterday? I went to the... I think that now we can guess where did they go based on the animals that he mentioned. He mentioned here the monkeys, the elephants, and I think the only place we can find animals is the zoo. So I might guess from the first time I read it as whole, I can guess the answer. It might come easily like this one from reading the entire dialogue and guessing what is it about. Or I might get a little bit confused, and it's okay. You're not obligated to answer it in sequence, one by one. You can answer the first one you know, then leave the second, answer the third, based on what you have understood. So be calm, and when you stop, like reading the alphabet, when we got confused, we read it from the beginning to remember what we forgot. The same here. Where did you go yesterday? I went to the zoo. Fine. Did you enjoy your day? طبعا we all noticed that this dialogue is in the past simple. In the past simple tense. He asked here with did. Did you enjoy your day? No. No, I can't get a helping verb on my own. I use the one I'm given. بستخدم اللي أنا اداهولي. Here he asked with that. So when I say no, I. Excellent. Didn't. Oh dear. Here he asked a question. Then here he gave a reason. First, we went to see the monkeys, but they were very tired. We went to see the monkeys, but they were very tired. So he gave a reason. So his question must have been using the question word why. Why not? He's asking for the reason. Then when he heard his reason, he felt sad for him. When we feel sad, we have an expression. This expression is what a pity. What? So the word I'm using is what. After that, we bought ice cream and went to see the elephant. He continued telling his story. How interesting. Here he said, no, something bad happened. So he asked, what happened exactly? He asked about what else happened. What was the bad thing? What? He said, the elephant ate my ice cream. And that was the dialogue. That's our second question in our exam. Our third question in our exam is the passage. You are given a passage. On this passage, before you answer it, you have certain steps. This passage includes 6 questions, 3 to answer and 3 to choose from multiple choices. Before you do anything, we have some steps to answer the passage. The first step is to read the questions first to understand the content. We need to read the questions. We are given 6 questions, you must read them whole. Read from the beginning till the end. Before reading the passage, yes, exactly. Read the question first. That will help you guess the answers during reading the passage itself. Second step for today, identify and restate the keywords in the question. What does step mean? We need to identify. Identify يعني يتعرف. Underline the keywords. The keywords اللي هي الكلمات الدالة that might point to the tense, الزمن, to a certain character, لشخصية معينة. So you must pay very attention to the keywords in each passage. Our third step, try to have a good reading speed. يعني don't read so slow and don't read very fast. Try to have a good reading speed. Our fourth step, focus on the highlighted things in the passage. In our passage, we are given words that are stressed on with ink or underlined. We must pay very attention to these words. They have a significance that we're gonna look for when we answer the questions. These underlined words might be places. He might underline a place or dates, تواريخ, or conjunctions, روابط, or characters, some main characters in the passage. شخصية معينة he focused on during the whole passage. So let's have a model example and start to answer it together. Here you have the question, read the passage and answer the questions. We have 6 marks on this question. First, we're gonna do as we said, we're gonna read the questions first, answer the following questions. What can tourists enjoy in Hurghada? What can tourists enjoy in Hurghada? How do most tourists come to Egypt? How do most tourists come to Egypt? What is famous for the bazaars? What is famous for the bazaars? Let's start reading the passage and try to find the answers. Our text. Many tourists come to Egypt from all over the world. Some of them come by ship, but most of them come by plane. Egypt is a popular place for a holiday. In Egypt, tourists can visit many exciting places and do many interesting things. In Alexandria and Hurghada, here are the words that he stressed on. They can enjoy beaches and delicious food. In Cairo, they like to visit the pyramids. There, they ride camels and enjoy taking photos. In Cairo, they visit many historical places. The most famous place in old Cairo is Khan al-Khalili. It's famous for its markets and bazaars. They go to Luxor and Aswan to enjoy the high dam and the ancient temples. They always say that Egypt is a safe country. That's our text. Now let's go back to the questions. Our first question was, what can tourists enjoy in Hurghada? In Hurghada, while we were reading, we said that tourists they can enjoy in Hurghada, they can enjoy beaches and delicious food. Our second question, how do most tourists come to Egypt? We said there are 2 ways for tourists to come to Egypt in our passage. The first was the ship. Then we said most of them come by plane. So I want to know the majority. The majority of the tourists. All the tourists use different means of transport. But in our passage we were given 2. One in general and one for the majority. Here, كلمة most means the majority. الأكثرية أو الغالبية. Here he said that most of them come by plane. So don't get confused when you find 2 answers. Try to focus on the meaning he's requiring, so you don't get lost. Our third question, what is famous for the bazaars? What is famous for the bazaars? And our answer was Khan al-Khalili. Khan al-Khalili. And that was the answer for our 3 questions. Now to the other 3 questions on the passage, the 3 multiple choice questions. Our 3 questions were the word they refer to. This word might confuse a lot of you. What does refer to mean? It's not about the word he underlined. It's mostly a pronoun. But the problem is about refer to. If you could understand that refer to معناها يشير إلى. I want to know what this pronoun refer to in the passage. مقصود بمين? The noun it refers to. So back to the passage. Here بيقولك the word they refer to tourists. They refers to the tourists, Egyptians, holidays, Luxor and Aswan. Let's go back to the passage. If we looked at they can enjoy beaches and delicious food. If we moved back to the sentence before it, he said tourists. Tourists can visit many exciting places and do many interesting things in Alexandria and Hurghada. That means that they refers to the tourists. So back to our question. So when he asks us, the word they refer to تشير إلى من الpronoun ده, it refers to the tourists. The word ancient is the same meaning as. The word meaning معناها تعني. I want to know the meaning of the word I'm given or the adjective I'm given. Here he gave me 4 choices: new, modern, happy, very old. The word ancient means very, very old, as we learned it during the year, that the word ancient means very old. Not all the questions are going to be easy to extract from the passage. They are not going to be all direct. Some of them you just want to guess the meaning, guess the opposite. ماشي, you want to use your brains. It's not going to be all direct questions with direct answer. You want to use your head and think for yourself. Okay, our 6th question. Egypt is a country. Here we have multiple choices: sad, safe, dangerous, ugly. In our passage, if we move back, our last sentence, they always say that Egypt is a safe country. So moving back to the question, the answer shall be safe. And that was all about the passage for today. So you need to pay very attention to the questions, read them very well. Try to understand which questions are direct and can be extracted from the passage and which are not. Sometimes he might just ask you, give a suitable title to the passage. Suitable title, يعني title means عنوان. He need a title for the passage. The main idea, الفكرة الرئيسية. You just want to read and guess the main idea through what you have read. Then he might just ask you, مثلا, what do you think? Why do you think? What do you think, or why do you think he's asking you about your opinion about something he mentioned in the passage? Like مثلا Muhammad Salah. He sometimes give us a passage about Muhammad Salah. He's a friendly, nice guy. Then he asks us, what do you think of Muhammad Salah? You can extract it from the passage sometime, but it's mostly like it if you just get an answer based on your opinion. It's an open answer. Sometimes you just want to mention your opinion. What do you think of the person? Why do you think that? So don't just go directly to the passage. I can't find the answer in the passage, so I won't answer. The answer cannot be found. It's wrong. This year, it's a little bit different. You must pay attention. Read the questions first, then read the text. Try to extract the answers that you can find directly in the passage. Then go back and try to guess what might the rest of the questions require. That was for the passage.